to you all. My name is Antje Fiedler. I'm an associate editor of the Journal of Small Business Management. I have the great pleasure today to talk with Professor Dominik Kanbach about his paper on the status quo of AI adoption in SMEs. The paper was co-authored by him together with Professors Julia Schwaeke, Anna Peter, Sasha Kraus, and Paul Jones. Dominik Kanbach is the chair of Strategic Entrepreneurship at the HHL, Leipzig Graduate School of Management in Germany. Their paper, The New Normal, The Status Quo of AI Adoption in SMEs, was published in August 2024 in the Journal of Small Business Management. Welcome, Dominik.
Thank you, Antje. Good to be here.
Thank you so much. So the first question I have for you is just that you could tell us perhaps where the idea for the paper came from.
Yes, so basically our motivation for this paper was twofold. On the one hand side, the actual phenomenon of AI implementation in SMEs, and second, the growing research landscape around the topic. So the actual phenomenon, we see an increasing attention of AI applications, recently, of course, fueled by the rise of ChatGPT and other large language models. And this put the topic of AI implementation, of course, on the agenda of all kinds of companies in all kinds of industries, smaller or bigger ones. And we also saw that AI has moved into areas where it hasn't been applied before, for example, in marketing and customer service. And clearly, this practical relevance of the phenomenon was the first main driver for us to step out of the ivory tower of research and do something that is academically sound and has a strong practical implication at the same time. Second, the state of research. Research around this topic has been growing fundamentally over the last couple of years. And we, as the team of authors, we sat together and thought, okay, how can we do something about it? And we realized very, very quickly that the academic discussion about AI in SMEs, in this special kind of companies, was very much fragmented. And there was studies popping up everywhere. And we said it's about time to really bring in some structure and kind of a coherent overview and integration of AI adoption in SMEs. And so we decided for going for a systematic literature review and organizing and bringing together over 100 peer-reviewed study in our structured framework, to provide this clear picture of the challenges, enablers, and patterns of AI adoption in SMEs. So taking it together, clearly the practical relevance, but also the nature of this fragmented research landscape that motivated us to do the study.
Thank you, Dominik. That's really interesting. As a next question, I would like to know what are the most interesting findings from the paper?
Good question. And of course, I invite everyone to read the paper, but happy to share some insights already. And it's three things I want to talk about. The first one is the interplay of different factors. And we show in our study that the AI adoption in SMEs is influenced by a complex interplay of technological, organizational, and environmental factors. We bring in some structure using also the technology, organization, and environment framework by Tarabishy and Fleischer. And within these framework, we identify clear clusters or sub-elements, 8 in total, that consistently shape the AI uptake in SMEs. Second, and deep diving maybe a little bit into this clusters, very interestingly, we show that while this typical things like compatibility with existing systems and the availability of resources, which are often seen as major hurdles in AI implementation in SMEs, we clearly show that innovation-driven culture and a strong leadership commitment can compensate for these constraints in SMEs. We often discuss in the SME context the liability of smallness, right? So especially with technological developments, SMEs don't have so much funny money or play money to throw on trying out everything as the big corporations maybe can do. But here we see something very, very interestingly with the recent AI developments, that AI becomes more and more mainstream, and the access does not require that large sums of investment anymore. So this means in turn that for SMEs, this innovation-driven culture and to try out things and also reflected in the leadership styles is at least as important as the typical technological factors. And third, we have this ecosystem point, and this goes a little bit in line with this innovation culture, and we highlight the significance and relevance of the collaboration within the external ecosystem. So SMEs should really also not shy away from partnering with maybe competitors even. So we see some coalitions among competitors, other SMEs in one region that try out things together in the SMEs in the AI sphere. But we also see that working together with a tech partner or universities is a very, very big driver of getting AI implemented within their organizations. So overall, first, the interplay of this technological, organizational, and environmental factors. Second, the extremely high relevance of culture. And third, the openness for external collaboration with the ecosystem. This is what we show in our study as highly relevant for AI adoption in SMEs.
Excellent points. Thank you so much. As a final question, I would like to know, what are the implications for practitioners and policymakers?
Yes. So as I mentioned in the beginning, right, it was our clear goal to provide some practical implications and also policy implications. And for practitioners, we highlight the importance of a strategic and also organizational wide approach of AI adoption. So AI is not something that should be some isolated project somewhere within the organization, but the easier access today requires this more mindset change that is required, and thereby also leading to an organization-wide change. And we show this very, very nicely in our framework, and our framework can be kind of a blueprint also for practitioners to help when looking into AI implementation within the organizations. And for policymakers, our study underscores also a little bit of the support from a regulatory perspective for SMEs. We see clearly that SMEs are often a little bit stepping back and thinking, okay, how does the regulatory framework develop? And therefore, we have this clear urge for setting a clear regulatory support there. Second, also, when we look on the global scale, I mean, we see different initiatives by countries fostering AI implementation in organizations. I mean, we see the big discussion in the US, but also in Europe, for example, France is doing a fantastic job of setting an AI agenda. And here we really urge also for policymakers to take this into account and provide the right framework that also SMEs don't shy back from implementing AI and creating value for that.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dominik, again for taking the time to share these insights. It's such a relevant and important topic in these times. I'm sure that the listeners now want to read the full paper, and I just want to mention it is, of course, available at the Taylor and Francis website of the Journal of Small Business Management. I really appreciate that you took the time and shared some of those insights with us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Antje. Yes, and we invite everyone to read the paper and reach out.